In the last video, we saw the following example, which was an introduction to the asynchronous programming workflows and how we can work with async tasks in F#. What I want to show today is simply how you can put these kinds of workflows in place, but ignore the results of them. So you might, for example, wait for different UI interactions to happen, and as a result, your async workflow here that we define might return some value, in this case 6. And you could see that when we evaluated this the last time, we actually got a return. So let me just show you that real quick. You can see here that the final value that we get from our asynchronous workflow was 666 because we returned 6 from each one, we sent in 3 numbers, and then we got that back. If I wanted to now ignore this, and I just want the asynchronous task to happen, but I don't want to return the result for some reason, there is a specific keyword or a specific function that we can use for that. We would put that in place after we define our workflow. So this place here, or up until this point, this sequential operation turns our asynchronous block here into a workflow, and we can then send this into something called async.ignore. So we'll just write that out like this. And then after that, we will pass that to the run synchronously operation. So we won't do this after we send it to run synchronously because then we already run the code, but we would put it after the definition of the workflow, but before it's actually run. So we would put it in between these two. And when I run my code with this async ignore, notice what happens to this value at the end. You can see here that the value we get is just a unit type. So we don't return anything from this asynchronous workflow anymore. So whenever you have some asynchronous workflows defined in the code to return some value, but in your code you want to actually ignore that value, there is a specific keyword or a specific function that does that for you.